Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we start out with the adjustment card, also called Justice. It is some Libra energy, right? You're somebody who is it's very easy for you to make friends, not friends, very easy for you to make relationships, okay? And I kind of make the distinction with friends because friends implies that there's like an emotional availability, that there is a deeper bond, that there is a closeness, right? And I don't know with this card if there's necessarily that kind of emotional closeness. I feel as if this is very professional, courteous, official kind of relationships, even in your personal life, okay? And this is kind of in a way where we kind of keep things almost very formal with people rather than getting deeper into those kinds of relationships. I think right now you're forming a lot of relationships, but are we forming those deep bonds too? Okay. Meeting a lot of people, making a lot of friends, but I feel that there's a need for that deeper spiritual, emotional connection. Yeah. I feel right now you are very much evaluating your life. It's your birthday season. Happy birthday season to all the Cancers. It's my birthday season too. My birthday's on the 19th of July. I feel right now we're taking stock of things. We're weighing things in our life. For you, it very much is about the quality of life rather than the quantity, right? So when we're talking about evaluation, you're judging something's value, not its intrinsic value, but its relative value to you. Your relationships, your activities, your commitments, your jobs, your efforts, your projects, your interests, your hobbies, all these things, right? I don't have enough table to go down the line. You're taking a look at everything, and I feel like you do this every birthday or so to kind of see where are you and what do I need to do differently? Do I have what I want and what I need in life, or how can I make some changes? Yeah. So let's see what we're doing with this evaluation. I also feel that this card is indicating that there is a particular partnership that you're evaluating, okay? Is your relationship with somebody right now that's kind of on your mind? So let's see. Let's put some more cards out and put some context around this. There's the Lover's card. Could be a Gemini person. We could be talking about, now look at this, is so different. This is the very professional, very formal kind of almost business-like relationship, and this is something intimate. Okay? For some of you, we could be referencing a workplace kind of romance, but I feel that it's deeper than that. This is the contrast in our life between the kind of formal relationships and those intimate relationships. And maybe we're really weighing, do I have enough of both? Is everything just the kind of formal, professional kind of relationship? Do I need to bring in more personal stuff? Do I need to make deeper connections with people? Maybe we're really weighing our lives and thinking, it's like this. that I've got way too many of these professional relationships, way down here. And then my intimate relationships are just, they don't even tip the scale at all, right? So, I think I hit the wrong button. I think that what we're doing is we're focused on those intimate relationships that should be there. And I think we're asking ourselves if they really are. Okay? We could be talking about a particular relationship, a family thing. It could be a spouse. It could be a romantic partner of some kind. But we're looking to increase. That's our quest right now, right? Is to kind of increase the intimacy, to increase the strength of those bonds between your pets, your plants, your people, right? Your family, your friends, whatever it is exactly. We're looking to get closer with people, not further away. The very professional adjustment card is kind of keeping people at an arm's length, just within handshake length, rather than come on in for a hug kind of distance. You see the difference there, right? Obviously. Let's see what's underneath everything. Princess of Cups. There is a deeper desire in you. There is a feeling of life that you're trying to manifest. And this is kind of bubbling up from underneath, see? The princess. Bubbling up from underneath inside of you, it's kind of like this growing feeling, this increasing awareness of there's some feeling in here. What is this feeling, I think that you're being... See, the thing about cancers is interesting, right? Because everyone kind of stereotypes cancer as being emotional and reactive and sensitive and stuff. And I think that's true. But I think cancers very often protect that sensitivity, protect that emotional energy with the intellectual, with the professional, long distance handshake kind of thing. It's kind of it's a compensation, right? But this card is prompting you to follow your emotion. Emotion to behavior. That's what this card is all about. It's about behaving emotionally. Let your emotions out. Tell the world what you need. Tell yourself what you need. Tell your family, your friends, your pets, your plants what you need, what you want. I think this is bubbling up from underneath because it is a growing feeling that you're not able to really get away from. Okay? This is something that you need to express. And it's better to do so with intention, with awareness, than to react emotionally to things without any, that kind of catches you by surprise, which cancers can do that too. We're the cardinal water energy, very fiery water. But this is allowing our emotions to dictate our behavior in a very conscious and controlled way, in a very intentional way. And so it also represents the idea of this yearning, this soul desire, this dream, this aspiration that you have. Allow it to modify your behavior. Allow yourself to act this out, to follow this, to manifest this. Okay. 5 of Wands. See, there's some good fiery. This is the card of strife. This is a card of fighting, right? This is the card of us, I think, not wanting to fight anymore. It's Saturn in Leo. It kind of is a card that in some ways says that if you have a very disciplined striving and this fighting spirit in a very controlled way, you can achieve all of your goals, right? But not everything can be achieved with this kind of fiery push, with this striving energy. And I know strive and strife are different. But the striving is kind of us bringing the fight. Okay? And with the Saturn energy, it's kind of saying if you discipline yourself into this fiery mode, you can accomplish an awful lot. And I think that's something that you do. I think that maybe as a compensation for the intimate relationships, you maybe channel some of that yearning or some of that desire into business, into your projects, into your creative efforts, into these professional kind of things for you, right? Because this fight energy is leading straight into these professional relationships, right? These kind of handshake distance kind of things. So I feel that you're somebody who's really, really good at getting your way in business, in your career, in financial things. I bet you've had a lot of success and a lot of so-called luck in your professional career, whatever that is for you. I don't know if you're in school, if you're retired, or whatever. It doesn't matter. You've had a lot of luck asserting yourself and kind of getting your way in the workplace, in the more professional spheres of life. Okay, it doesn't have to exactly be the workplace, but you know what I mean. But that same kind of effort, or that same kind of approach, doesn't really work in the intimate relationships. It's not about asserting ourselves with a fiery, assertive, confident, and even maybe slightly dominating kind of nature. In business or in the workplace and in these kinds of external strivings, yeah, sure. We got to we got to know when to push. We got to know when to fight, It's kind of a more competitive energy here. Those same kind of energies don't really work in those intimate relationships. At least not all the time, right? When you were younger, you had some sort of an issue with water, something about water. I don't think it's like an issue with water. I feel like you kind of, I don't know if you slipped in some water or something. There's something with a small amount of water that hurt you or injured you or something in some way, right? I kind of feel like it's like a slip and fall kind of thing for you, yeah? Or it's something with it's a small amount of water. But it was a kind of a major event for you, yeah. Let's see what's up above everything on the path of the dove here. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is kind of a foundational thing, right? It's kind of talking about our basic needs, We need air, need water, need shelter, food, We need a heat source, right? In some ways, this is kind of the card of really real camping, We've got all the elements. We've got the air, we've got the water, got the earth, got the fire, And it's really kind of those basic needs, the basic survival level needs, right? And we can think of these things and we can make sure we have them in life. And it's at the top here. It's something I think that you're kind of focused on. This is what you want. It's kind of, it's sort of saying that if you have these basic essentials down, then you should be okay. And you should be happy, right? But I kind of feel like we are taking them too literally. We think, okay, yeah, I'm breathing air, I'm eating food, I've got water, I've got shelter, I should be fine. But maybe that fire is not warmth. Maybe that fire is passion. Maybe that fire is creativity. Maybe the water is not just drinking water, potable water. Maybe it's love. Maybe it's joy. Maybe it's emotional connection. Right? And maybe the air is not just the 8% oxygen or whatever it is. Maybe that is legitimate communication. And maybe the earth is not just a shelter, but really a safe place for you to be yourself. So I think that right now you're starting to prioritize different things. I think you're starting to realize what your basic needs really are, beyond the obvious food, shelter, food or water. What is it? Water, shelter, food, right? Beyond that, anyway, you're realizing what your basic needs are, okay? And we can't deny that. It's bubbling up from down here. And so it really is, I don't know why, if I keep hitting the wrong button or if it's my equipment's malfunctioning. I apologize for the flippy camera here today. In the future position, 5 of Swords. A 5 and a 5 here, right? And the 5 of Swords is good in the sense that we're communicating. At least the air is moving, right? At least there is kind of a discussion being had, right? But in some ways this is very challenging because this really could be a discussion with yourself in which you're losing. You know, it could be you're debating with yourself and you're not winning that debate. Sometimes this is confusion. Sometimes this is us not really being certain how to assert ourselves. That's not just this kind of competitive, fiery way like we would maybe do in this kind of a situation. But using the same methods here, these fiery, assertive kind of tactics, are not going to bring us more intimacy, but I think is going to cause a lot of confusion. So I kind of feel as if when you try to express your needs and your real kind of fundamental essentials in life, the non-negotiables now, I feel as if you're very misunderstood. Or even when you do communicate your needs, it comes across to the other person or people or whatever, to the plants or something, not in the way you really intend. Maybe it comes out a little bit too aggressive or a little bit too assertive or a little bit too competitive or maybe with some angriness, some frustratedness. Okay. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is oh, look at that. The Ace of Cups volunteered for us. See? That's it. That's what it's all about right there. That's what we want. And that's what we want to be able to communicate. That's what we want to be able to ask for. That's what we want to be able to strive for. We've just got to use the method. First, we have to really find that feeling in us. We have to allow ourselves to see that. Okay, now that mystery card's over there with Alien, Simon, Mork, Ripley. We're not going to look at it till the end, but it'll predict the future, I think, right? If you have a prediction for the card, drop it in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's free, it doesn't cost anything. It really does support the channel, and I really do appreciate that. Okay. I really like that we have this Ace of Cups volunteered out of the pack, so we're going to leave this here because it's very important. Because that kind of is what the whole thing is about now. Now we're on to something here. Because we've got as your general energy the fiery, very impulsive Princess of Wands. So it's kind of like what I said before about with the Princess of Cups. It's kind of like allow your feelings to kind of influence your behavior. Allow your feelings, your desires, your needs to modify your behavior, right? The same thing happens with the Princess of Wands, but it really is that the impulse, that fiery energy is dictating your behavior. So what we want to do is this watery approach. It's kind of being honest, being open, being vulnerable, being receptive, operating from a place of feeling, a place of love, right? Rather than operating and behaving from this very fiery place. So this is kind of showing that right now our behavior, we may be trying to express an emotional need, but it's coming across very fiery. Okay, both of these are princesses. One is emotions influencing behavior. One is the kind of the anger or the frustration modifying the behavior. Okay, what's happening in the environment in terms of your relationships? That's very good. And 8 of Pentacles. So there is a lot of nurturing that needs to be done in the relationship, and we don't want to give too much fire to our crops, right? I don't think fire is a good way to feed any kind of a vegetable or to improve your garden, right? What you want to do is nourish it with water. You got to bring more love, more flexibility, more softness to this in order to grow this. And this is really what we're trying to grow, is the other basic needs, right? You've got your water, shelter, food, but now we want those other things too. We want the creativity, we want the connection, we want the love, we want the deeper spiritual bonds. So we've got to nurture this environment in the right way. Not with fire, but with a little bit of water and air, but not too much air. I think we need to do something about this 5 of Swords. Let's do a Language of Flowers affirmation card. The cactus flower, endurance. Hold on, you can do this. It I think feels overwhelming, right? Especially with the very active fire and air that we see with these 5s, right? This is very active, and it's kind of almost with these, it's almost difficult to get a handle on them. Okay, 2 very active cards. I feel that there is just this whirlwind in your mind about what to do, about how to express your needs, your desires, and how to, like I said at the beginning, we're evaluating our life. We're understanding now more about what we need and what we don't need, and I think it's really leading to some anxiety. We got these fire energies. We've got the 5, right? It's very active. It's a whirlwind going on. The 8 of Pentacles is the slow, careful nurturing of something, the attention to the detail, the approach to life that's kind of saying less is more, right? That we're asserting ourselves less. We're pushing less, right? But it doesn't mean that we're yielding. It doesn't mean that we are not confident and that we're not expressing ourselves, but we're doing so with delicacy, with delicateness. Yeah. Because we know that growing the kind of life or the kind of relationship that you want, the relationship, yes, with your spouse or your friend or your family or life itself, has to be done in a very kind of cautious way. Less is more. You don't want to overwater the plant. You certainly don't want to bring a bunch of fire next to the tree. It needs a little bit of heat, a little bit of sunlight, a little bit of water, a whole lot of love, but carefully so, right? And understanding that it's something that's going to grow and evolve organically over time. We can't force it. The 5 of Wands, the Princess of Wands, maybe you're just forcing it. Okay, so you let it grow, naturally. What is the obstacle here? Or what is the card we don't want, perhaps? Let's see what the next card is. We've got the 9. So the obstacle here, I think, is just what we were saying with the 8. Now, we kind of want what we want, and we want it now. Okay? We want to be able to snap our fingers and have everything appear that we might need. Right? This is Venus in Virgo. This is really every kind of need that we have, we want it to be met. We want all of our cupboards to be full. We want all of our cups to be overflowing. Yeah, of course we do. But it has to be done gradually and slowly and carefully, right? And the thing about something like this water energy is that it's difficult to gauge your progress. And at any given moment, especially when we're in this very professional evaluation kind of thing, what is the metric for success here? You think of, you're getting a review at work, and it's easy. Your supervisor has a standard that they go by. Well, you processed, 50 orders today, and, that's either really, really good or it's not so good. They've got a standard that they go by. So it's easy to measure the progress in some things, and that's the difficulty for you, is that this is a part of life that it's not easy to really measure. The only measure we have is kind of what we feel, and that's still something that we are kind of dealing with here. Maybe understanding what our standards are, or kind of what kind of life we're aspiring to. Again, with that lover's energy, we want those deep bonds. We want those intimate connections. And how do we judge our own progress? How do we evaluate whether or not we're getting closer to that or not, or further away? Right? It's subtle, it's intuitive. It's not something that you can see or measure with a tape measure or a ruler or something. Yardstick. Let's see what the outcome of this is. An Ace of Wands. Interesting. I was thinking maybe it'd be an Ace of Cups, as this one. I like that we have both fire and water here, right? We've got fire and water down here, and now we've got the fire and the water with the aces. So we're not losing our confidence or our power. We're not losing our ability to strive and reach out and get what we want, nor are we kind of trying to force the thing, nor are we kind of denying these needs altogether and just saying, well, my life is fine the way it is. I should just be happy. You're here for a reason, Cancer, and I think your reason is to increase, to learn how to, I don't know if we measure or gauge or judge or evaluate the quality of life and our ability to be honest about our needs and to get those needs met, right? You're here to make connections. You're here to make love. You're here to have love, to experience love. It's all about this Ace of Cups jumped out of the pack, right? That's what it is all about. So the Ace of Wands here, I think, is our really a renewed confidence that we can have that kind of life. That we can have a life. We can have the intimacy that we want. That we have the ability. That we have the intuition. We have the consciousness, the awareness, the enlightenment to evaluate our life and to realize what we've got and what we need, where we are and where we want to be. It's challenging to have these fives on either side of us, okay? Because really it feels as if the fives are kind of keeping us blocked in. Of course, the fours is kind of weighing on us, like there's this I don't know, this oppressive force that's just saying you should be happy with what you got, right? But it could be that your quest right now is to really try to get out of the tumultuous kind of thoughts and feelings here, right? And really get a good enlightenment, a good conscious perception of what you really want and how to get it. And I think the quest really is to increase your intimacy, your sense of connection with your person or your people, or if it's one particular person or if it's just with life in general. I kind of feel like it's just more love in your life altogether. I don't know if it is about a particular person. It might be. It might be. Your lucky numbers, I think, right now, 7 and 8. 7 and 8 are going to be significant numbers for you. Okay, let's take a look at the mystery card. Move our language of flowers. I feel like someone in your family had a new addition to their family, right? I don't know if you're now if you're a new parent or if you're a grandparent or something like that, but I feel like someone in your family just had a baby. Congratulations. I feel like that really is their birthday's going to be very close to yours, obviously. So I feel like that's really an exciting thing happening in your life right now. The mystery card, we know it's not going to be the Ace of Cups, right? Because we got that. Maybe the Six of Cups. Showing that union, showing that connection. Might be the Lover's card again, but I think that Six of Cups really would be the experience we want. The feeling like just in this moment, we've got that connection with someone. Or our ability really to participate in the creation of those peak experiences of love and connection and the bond between souls, you know? Let's see. Well, it's a Two of Cups. I was pretty right anyway, close enough. This is love. This is the connection between people. This is really the, we've got the lover's energy showing two people coming together. This is it really now in practice. This is really on a day-to-day, conscious, real-life kind of tangible, material plane experience of you having this really deep bond with someone. Could be meeting your true love. Could be you reuniting with the family member that, we haven't talked to. This could be you really finding in your life those moments where it is just, it's not a handshake, right? It is an intimate embrace. Yeah. It's love. And it could be love that is leading to new life. We got that Ace of Cups. There could be a new addition to the family coming. If it's not already there, maybe it's something down the road here. This is the reason you're here. Okay? To love and to be loved. And I love this reading for you. I think this is perfect. We're going to do an extended reading too if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.